Sip H, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead live, I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom. Sip H, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead live, I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom. Sip H, that Sip ace, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead like I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom. Sip ace, that super bass got boom, boom. Got me dead like I'm Kurt Cobain, boom, boom. Sip ace, that freaking bottom. so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
First for Chicago. Goal, freshman from Greenwich, Connecticut, 0-0, Rachel Tufts. Senior midfielder from Pennsylvania, number 6, Charlotte Rapp. Freshman midfielder from Virginia, number 7, Evelyn Schreiber. Senior attack from Clarendon Hills, Illinois, number 11, Ronald Johnson. Senior midfielder from Northport, Illinois, number 12, Audrey Kaus. Down a little bit. Turn me down a little bit. A senior midfielder from Unionville, Connecticut. A sophomore midfielder from Setauket, New York. Correction, a senior midfielder from Unionville, Connecticut, number 14, Allie Sheedy. A sophomore midfielder from Setauket, New York, number 15, Lulu Hardy. A senior defender from Rancho Santa Margarita, California, number 16, Evelina Football. A junior on defense from Wayne, Pennsylvania, number 19, Haley Klinger. A junior midfielder from Charleston, South Carolina, number 28, Becky Van Kirk. A junior on defense from Vienna, Virginia, number 31, Caitlin Blankenship. And freshman attack from Great Falls, Virginia, number 32, Jane Chen. And the rest of the University of Chicago Maroons head coach, Kate Robinson. Starting lineup for the Jumbo is a senior midfielder from Green Bay, California, number 4, Anna Clark. A junior midfielder from Cold Spring, New Harmony, New York, number 5, Caroline Walter. A sophomore midfielder from Boxford, Massachusetts, number 9, Madeline DeHaven. Senior midfielder from Boxford, Massachusetts, number 10, Kathleen. A junior on defense from Appleton, Pennsylvania, number 15, Becca Gable. A junior on attack from Denver, number 18, Claire Wright. Senior midfielder from Andover, Massachusetts, number 25, Amanda Cow. Freshman on attack from Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, number 27. Freshman midfielder from Chase, Maryland, number 28. Illinois, number 35. Senior defense from Boston, number 9, Madison Lee. Senior from Newport, Massachusetts, number 32. With the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Bellow Field for today's women's lacrosse matchup between the number 23 Chicago Maroons and the number 9 Tufts Jumbos. I'm Joe Schmidt here with Kyle Hamilton. Since we last met, Tufts have won 6 places in the regular season.
This is a great matchup. Great out of consistency. Both teams, Chicago has posted a little bit early on in their schedule. Easier competition. This is just Jumbo will be their biggest test today. Maybe even in their history. So we are looking for some fireworks. And that's an exciting game.
Yeah, we've got a
No, I think in Chicago they have to play right. These Tufts midfield can be so dominant. So for them, it's all about good stick skills, getting ground balls, and making sure that they're having to we know how it's possible as well. That's our problem. Yeah, I think it's all about just getting the ball around the horn. Waiting for those good opportunities. We see Margie Carden, a freshman attack, really come on the scene this year. She's done a great job dodging that. So I think it's really just about feeding your playmakers. Colette Smith is not going to play today injury. So look for number 5, Caroline Walter, step in. Caroline also started to attack. We're looking for new faces here, but I think Jumbo is all back familiarity. So let's look at number 10 for number 4 and a start to charge over. Yeah, Jonathan Cruz could be very big these days. Very tight. She showed some good technique there on that last pass. That could be an area of advantage for the Maroons. Just look out for that as they try to get more great at that on-ball defense. You see it from the midfielders to the former defenders. The real team pride right now. Check what you're talking about. Great defense.
25!
Yeah, look for Power to be going both ways. She's competitive this season. Usually playing midfield, but she's no stranger to the offensive end. So just watch out for her.
Yeah, on the right of the soundboard.
Explosive dodger. Use it to her foot very well against them.
Negative impact.
Smart fight there by Carden. Delaney almost got her second goal of the first one last week. He's looking at the road for that. balls already. She's making a difference here. Oh yeah, they were getting good looks, and it looks like they've been jumbos, so I think that's going to be the cutters going across the middle, trying to get one of those quick goals. Clark can dodge a lot in initial that top shot. They get their lane. They really shoot it.
Tucks it away into the top right, top left corner. Excuse me. Jumbos are on the board. That's a great dodge for Clark. So good at attacking from the top, finding her shot. That's quite inspired. To get back to the Chicago's going to need to respond to this energy. And the offensive end, the Jumbos are certainly using skill and speed.
Left hand shot. Yeah, the Maroons are going to have to avoid slot overs like that. They don't have an advantage. It's going to be able to draw control. So valuing every possession is big for them in order to go against this firepower in the Tufts offense. The Chicago team is a lot of tall defenders, so maybe that pass gets completed in some later games. However, they're doing a good job of doing this.
Initially, and she'll look to dodge against Delaney. Back over to Kaus. A bit of a running start. Doesn't look interested in trying to run by Anna Clark right now.
Yep, this Tufts defense is taking a good shape here, not giving many opportunities to get to the net for the Maroons.
Swigert momentarily loses it, and it'll come back to Kaus against Clark. This looks like a matchup they want to attack. Good defense by Clark down the alley. Kaus swings it back. Good defense by Clark, who knocks down the pass, causing another turnover. Back to Molly Liberty, and Tufts will try to set up another clear.
Clark has been doing it both ways so far today. That was some great defense and a great job deflecting that pass and getting the ball moving towards the offensive end.
Another good outlet pass starts transition. Here's Anna Clark on the other end. Stick check from behind at the last minute. What a great check to save a potential goal from the Chicago Maroons.
Yeah, that was a great check by Swigert. Clark looked like she was running free there, but no. And the Maroons looking to attack now.
Here's Sheehy. She will draw the shooting space after a good drive and dish by Zoe Torok just onto the field. Yeah, so Ali Sheehy here will have the 8-meter in a pretty good position.
It's a great clear by the Maroons. They earned that free position.
Molly Liberty's first test of the game. Sheehy ducks inside, gets a shot away, goes wide. Johnson is there on the backup, bobbles it, hit hard by Lehan. And it is called a minor foul.
Yeah, Lehan is not afraid to be aggressive on those ground balls. She has really shown that on defense. She's willing and ready to get low and get that ball up to the offensive end.
So we got over to Sheehy. Cut down the middle by Lulu Hardy. Johnson operating behind, guarded by Lehan. Pass goes a little bit awry. Catherine Delaney can't come up with the ground ball. They reset to Swigert. Back down to Johnson. Johnson against Delaney. Pass to the middle. Good pass. Connects to Ali Sheehy. And the University of Chicago Maroons are on the board as well. It is 1-1.
Yeah, that was a great feed there from Johnson. You know, and we've kind of seen the Jumbos trying to do that on the offensive end as well. Find these cutters going across the middle to get that high percentage shot. There was just great feed and a great handle. And the Maroons have tied it up.
Yeah, it was the third or fourth time they looked for that one. Definitely a better extended possession. They'll be happy with that one for sure.
Yeah, they definitely will. And Sheehy's someone that they definitely want to get started. Sheehy, that is her 9th goal of the season now. Definitely a finisher, a shooter, and the Maroons are going to rely on her to get balls by Le Liberty, especially because Le Liberty has been such a stonewall her whole career.
So Tufts has the second midfield in here for the draw. Jenna Gibbons and Sammy Rothstein with Grace Frericks taking the draw. It remains the same for Chicago. Pops out. Looks like Rothstein will get the draw control, and she does.
That's a big draw for the Jumbos there.
And Rothstein will set up a patient offense, see if this second midfield can get anything going.
Yep.
Carden over to Walter. Walter down the alley. Good move. Walter gets inside, switches to her left. Saved by Keefe. And Keefe will also back it up. And the clock will stop. Some deliberation going on among the referees.
Yep. Yeah, Walter had 3 goals in the last game against Endicott. She's proven as one of the offensive players that can step in Colette Smith's absence, and look for her to go to the net. I think the whole team is confident in her ability, especially on the offensive end, and maybe even look for her to take some draws as well. I know she has taken a few this year.
A little bit more confusion. And it looks like it will be awarded to Tufts in the end. Both teams looking to get things going a little early. The referees say not so fast.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what this Tufts second midfield can do. We know about Delaney and Clark, but I think there are some emerging faces like Rothstein, Gibbons, just a few players that can really make a difference in this game.
Yeah, and we're seeing Frericks step into the place of Caroline Conahan, who's starting on attack in the place of Smith. So let's see what she can get done as well.
Certainly.
Here's Claire Wright operating behind. Switches over to her left. She'll send it up top. Here's Conahan, who will give to Frericks. And looks like Jenna Gibbons wants to get a dodge started from the left wing. She'll carry over to the right wing now and attack against Rapp. Down to the right, switches back to her left, good move. Gets inside to her left hand, shoots and scores into the top right corner. Great move by Jenna Gibbons, and once again the slide nowhere to be found for the University of Chicago.
Yeah, Gibbons, a freshman, but she dodged like a senior there, just stayed patient, switched direction, and when she found her lane, tucked it into the corner. That's a beautiful goal, and like I just said, this second midfield's going to be big.
Yeah, Gibbons has found mostly her goals off free positions in the past games, but that one coming from open play on a great dodge. Tufts are definitely looking to exploit the fact that the University of Chicago defense doesn't really seem to have slides ready when they're dodging from up top.
Yeah, they've been attacking from the midfield positions and from up top a lot more. As you see, I think it's partly depth also with the Maroons. Rapp has been playing most of the on-ball defense all game. That's just not a sustainable model if you want to lock down this Jumbo's offense with so many different threats.
Yeah, they definitely need to send her some more support as she has to take the draws as well. Just a lot of work for Charlotte Rapp early on, but she's been up to the task so far.
Certainly has, and the draws are going to be huge here.
Here's another one, Frericks and Rapp. Looked like Frericks may have gone a little bit early, and she did. Evelina Swigert will pick it up, guarded by Rothstein. Whistle comes from the referee on the far side. A little bit of confusion over the call. It looks like we'll be good to get started again, as the University of Chicago sets up another possession, hoping to tie it up again.
Yeah, that last goal that the Maroons scored was a pretty goal. Probably a good offense.
They'll quickly turn it over, however, and Lehan scoops up a good ground ball. Quickly restarts after the whistle. She'll carry all the way down. Looking to go right down the middle, over to Walter. Walter got an open space. She'll choose to back it out, though. And looks like Tufts will set up a settled offense. Claire Wright drops the pass at first, but Conahan does a great job to scoop it to right.
Yep.
And after a little bit more trouble than it needed to be, Claire Wright will get a possession going for the Jumbos.
An intelligent little hockey pass there by Conahan to ensure the 2-on-1 ground ball will go in the Jumbos' favor.
Here's Margie Carden down to Walter. And back to Wright. Rothstein. Right now the Jumbos just swinging it around the horn. Looks like Rothstein may try to set up a dodge this time. She'll go right past Swigert, gets inside, draws the shooting space. Definitely looked like it.
Great speed there by Rothstein. She's really just attacked that defense, and she will be rewarded. It's a big one for Keefe here. Don't want to let this game get out of hand.
Yeah, let's see what Rothstein can do from the right-hand side of the arc on the 8-meter. She'll take it in, all the way in, saved by Keefe, picked up immediately by Gibbons. Can't quite handle it. And looks like Keefe will end up with it in the end. So a good save from Keefe. That'll give her some confidence, like you said.
Yeah, certainly. You know, as a freshman, probably her biggest test of her life here against the Jumbos, and that's a big save.
Van Kirk being absolutely pressured by Conahan. I believe a whistle went. And it looks like it goes out of bounds to Tufts, so they get it back off the physical defense. Here's Gibbons running in transition. But looks like Chicago has numbers back, and they'll slow it down.
Got to know when to play it fast and play it slow, and the Jumbos intelligently settle it down. And they keep that second midfield on, though. These girls have definitely gotten some run early on, maybe a little more than previous games.
Yeah, they're certainly producing a lot. We haven't seen Frericks dodge yet. Looks like they'll try to set up the sweep with Rothstein again here. And she will go right. Can't quite get past Swigert this time, but takes the contact and draws the foul.
Yes.
It's a bit of a tough call on Swigert.
Yeah. Swigert was ready for that dodge, though.
Definitely. So she'll get a 12-meter free position here. Starts it quickly. Out top to Frericks. Frericks looked to draw the shooting space, could not quite. And she'll reset it down to Gibbons. Gibbons down to Carden. Let's see if Carden gets something going dodging here.
Was about to say, would love to see her get a dodge in. She's so good at those roll dodges, spinning, change of direction. She can really take a one-on-one matchup and make it hers.
Conahan with a good move to her right-hand side. Good defense by the University of Chicago this time, though. And Walter will look to attack from X. Gets by Rapp momentarily, looks to spin back.
Rapp has been very solid.
Conahan from up top to her right hand. Gets inside, past to Rothstein. Saved by Keefe, but it looks like before Conahan will get the shooting space.
That was a great feed, great find. And I think that's the type of off-ball movement that the Jumbos really want to use in this game, right? We saw a pass across the crease that almost got completed, but that kind of curl up into the high percentage zone is going to be a great play for them.
Definitely a beautiful pop out by Rothstein. And here's Conahan. Shot and a goal. Switches it over intelligently to the left hand and finishes over the shoulder of Keefe.
Yeah,
that time she couldn't do anything about it.
That's why stick protection is so important, especially on these free positions. You know, with the defense closing in on you, can you have the composure, right, and the strength to hold on to the ball and get a good shot off? And Conahan, though she is a freshman, showing that sort of upperclassman skill and technical ability.
Yeah, and a really great run out of the second midfield unit. Grace Frericks stepping nicely into the spot of Conahan. Sammy Rothstein and Jenna Gibbons both getting great dodges off as Chicago takes their first time out of the game. We have 4:07 remaining in this first quarter, and Tufts leads 3-1. How do you think the University of Chicago can get back into this one?
You know, it's tough because their offense has been pretty stagnant. But on their one goal, they had a great look. That was a great finish by Sheehy. I believe that was that Kaus on the feed, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I think
or actually Johnson, I believe.
It was Johnson. Yeah, I think it's for them, it's about ball movement, making sure that these passes are stick to stick, getting the ball moving around fast. I think the Jumbos, if they've shown any defensive weaknesses this season, it's been dodges after a long sequence passing the ball around where, you know, you're kind of getting out of position off ball. So we'll see if the Maroons can try to attack that. I mean, I haven't really seen much individual dodging display yet, which is where I think we can look to Sheehy or maybe Hardy And if the Maroons sub in Pulkkinen, she's been a very proven scorer this season. So, you know, it's about mixing it up on offense, but everything starts with the stick skills.
Yeah, and it looks like Pulkkinen will be coming in now
Okay.
to play some attack. She is their leading goal scorer on the season. So we'll see whether she can get anything done. Number 17 for Chicago, Annika Pulkkinen.
Yep. Well, granted, they ran up the score against some of their weaker opponents, but nevertheless, I do like seeing Pulkkinen out there for the Maroons. Should be a good little change of pace to the offense.
Yeah, so Pulkkinen comes in for Lulu Hardy. And we return to the draw circle. Tufts first midfield comes back in. Zoe Torok comes in for the University of Chicago on the wing. And Evelina Swigert on the other. Charlotte Rapp, having played pretty much the whole game, will stay in at the draw.
Yeah, they're really relying on Rapp, and, you know, she's played well, hustled a lot, got some good ground balls.
It'll pop out towards Delaney, Madeline Delaney, that is, and she'll get the draw control.
The old Delaney to Delaney combo. Get used to it, Jumbo's fans.
Delaney right down the center of the field, slows it up, and will pass down to Walter. Walter to Carden at X. Claire Wright clears out, and Carden carries up. She'll attack from the wing.
Oh, what a
beautiful roll
move.
dodge. And off the post, a signature Margie Carden dodge, not quite resulting in the goal she would have liked, but definitely a good first dodge for her.
Yeah, and you can just tell how much her teammates believe in her. They really cleared out and put her on an island, said, beat your defender because we know you can, and she was just inches away from scoring there.
Showing exactly why she leads the Jumbos in points this season. Here's Anna Clark from up top, attacking against Rapp again. Can't quite find Conahan on the cut. Right over to Carden. Carden looking for something again against Van Kirk.
I believe that's Walter.
Oh, excuse me, you're right. That is Walter. And here's Carden
Here's
up top
Carden,
now
yep.
against Blankenship. She'll spin back again, a good move again. Slide comes, can't find an open player. Tries to feed it inside.
Wow.
Delaney was definitely open. She will manage to collect on the second attempt. Good ground ball by Madeline Delaney.
Yeah, that just goes to show how many openings can come with some good ball movement and probing runs.
Here's Catherine Delaney now attacking. She will draw the foul as her bounce shot goes wide. Only 7 left on the shot clock for the Jumbos, so they'll have to go fast. As the call comes in, it looks like Catherine Delaney will be getting a free position.
Oh,
The shot clock
I
resets,
guess not,
but it will
no.
be turned over to Chicago. Unclear what the call was exactly, but no one seems to be arguing too crazily.
yeah, I think Coach Shute would like a little better explanation on that. I at least thought there should be a free position for the Jumbos there for Delaney.
Either way, University of Chicago nearly turns it over again. Ball's on the ground, and it is collected finally. Well done by Sheehy. And they will get a possession, a much-needed possession. Here's Torok spinning to her left hand. Gets inside, gets a shot away and scores. Great move by Torok. Really just taking advantage of the scramble on the defense after the ball was on the ground for an extended period of time, finding an opening and finishing well past Molly La Liberty with her left hand.
Yeah, love the confidence there from Torok. You know, they've at least the Jumbos have shown that their settled defense is pretty good. Torok intelligently just kind of attacks an attacks a defense that hasn't been set up yet, right? And so she's able to find a lane, maybe where there would be a slide. But, you know, in transition, anything can happen, and she just confidently takes it to the net.
Yeah, and as we noted, Coach Courtney Shute on the referee's case a little bit about that unexplained call down at the goal that led to that possession for the University of Chicago. Either way, we're back at the draw circle. Catherine Delaney and Charlotte Rapp ready to go at it once more. So Anna Clark and Madeline Delaney on the wings for Tufts. Torok and Swigert for the University of Chicago. It's up in the direction of Clark. And I must say, after controlling the first 3 or so draw controls, University of Chicago has had a little bit less luck on the past few.
Yeah, I mean, Delaney's an experienced player, right? She's taken so many draws in her career. I think that she's able to make quick adjustments like we saw there, and that was a great little feed out there to Anna Clark.
Carden gets by Blankenship again.
Oh.
Finishes it this time, top right corner, right over the stick of Keefe. Keefe might be a little mad at herself on that one, but nonetheless, that's the first goal of the game for Margie Carden. Another beautiful dodge. She's really showing what she brings to this Jumbos team and why they trust her so much as a freshman.
Well, she just shows how dynamic she is, right? You know, with her, I think the way she can dodge, it just takes so much less steps, right? her footwork is so good that she can take one jab step, 2 misdirection steps, and she's at the net. She's very smart about picking where to dodge as well, as she attacked from a good angle and was able to find her way, and a good finish.
Yeah, she does really like those wings, doesn't she?
She really does.
Margie Carden with another great goal for the Jumbos. They'll take a 4-2 lead here over the Maroons.
Yeah, and I think Keith probably thought she would go far side there, and she kind of just snuck it over Keith's left shoulder. So an intelligent finish there. But, either way, if Keith thought she should have had it, when you're getting looks that close to the net, it's tough to rationalize the defense there.
As we've seen a bunch of times today already, no slide ready for the University of Chicago. And they are leaving Keith out to dry a little bit on these shot attempts.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something head coach Kate Robinson's going to want to review at the end of this quarter.
Anna Clark gets another draw control for Tufts, and they've really started to dominate that category since losing the first few. She'll swing down to Walter, over to right, and now Carden.
Yeah, look how much space there is on that
again
side.
Against Blankenship. They really need to send support to this matchup.
But good defense by Blankenship there.
Yeah, she's certainly, it's a tough task guarding Carden one-on-one.
Certainly
she's
is.
not done a bad job, but she's going to need more support if they're going to succeed long-term.
Yeah.
Conahan bobbles the pass, bobbles the fake, scoops it up, and nearly gets an opportunity out of it. And here's Carden again. She'll carry over to the wing and swing back to Delaney. Let's see if Tufts gets back to the dodging from up top that they were doing earlier.
Yep, it looks like Anna Clark's going to initiate here.
Anna Clark guarded by Kaus to her left hand. Nothing there yet. Swings down. Walter back to her right hand. Thinks about the question mark. Does take it and finishes it to the left hand side of the net. Beautiful shot. The question mark, a little bit of a delayed question mark from Caroline Walter there, and she gets on the board.
Yeah, Walter is starting to show her style of attack. She likes to come up hard around X and just kind of settle in, right? She's got great body positioning. It looks like it's very natural. And she's just able to get the leverage on her defender that she needs, where she can spin a few times until she's got that shot angle. They're showing it, and a great finish, too. Definitely some speed on that one.
Yeah, that's not an easy shot to get away with the defender all over her back there. But a good finish, a good dodge. And we're seeing the offense come from a variety of different options here for the Jumbos, which is always a good sign to see.
Yeah, very encouraging for Coach Shute. Just seeing people step up, right? People scoring more than they have in the past, and it's just all around good depth for the Jumbos.
So Rapp will get a break on the draw for the Maroons, as Catherine Delaney is still in there for the Jumbos, as the Maroons look to change it up a little bit on the draw and control another one. Looks like that is Twaisman in there, and the result is no different. Madeline Delaney comes up with the draw control.
Catherine Delaney is getting very comfortable in the middle of the field.
And here's Madeline. Pass knocked down by Huisman. And Huisman does come up with a great ground ball.
Very
and
good.
is able to swing it back to Keefe. Overall, great play from Huisman.
Yeah, that was a great ground ball, like you said. And then just the presence of mind to settle it down, right, get it to your goalie, and then set up the clear. I think, University of Chicago has run into some trouble in their clear so far, just trying to move it a little too fast. Oh, wow, that's relentless.
Yeah, the ride from the Jumbos certainly causing problems for them.
Yeah, it's not all it's not all the clear, right? There's definitely the ride that's been instilled in this Jumbos team.
Torok definitely has a lot of pace. She's able to get by right and clear it to Polkinen. This is the first time we're seeing Polkinen. She immediately draws the matchup of Ananda Cow as the first quarter comes to an end. And the score is 5-2 to the Jumbos. A good first quarter for the Jumbos offense. Definitely what Coach Courtney Shute would have wanted to see out of them.
Yeah, great first quarter. Like you said, we saw a variety of different scores, different styles of scoring. And as they test the Chicago defense, we've been calling for it. They really need to slide to these Dodgers because it's just getting a little too easy for these Jumbos attackers getting into the lane and then setting up their hands for a shot. They've got really high-quality looks so far.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Kate Robinson will have some words with the defense about how they're going to have to stop them. And despite the initial flurry of draw controls for the Maroons, they really didn't manage to generate any possession off of it because of their rapid turnovers.
Yeah, the draws are, like I said, they're going to be a place where the Maroons can look to kind of find an advantage. But if you win the draw control and can't get it to your offensive end, it doesn't help you in any way. So just look for them to be a little more calm in the clearing game, I think. just get it to people like Torek who can run, or like Klaus. Yeah.
Yeah, either way, they've definitely settled in. They've survived the first quarter, down only 3, still in this game. And if they can get something, if they can find an answer on defense, that'll be priority number 1. But that'll definitely help them a lot on the offensive end as well, giving them more possessions and just more opportunities to get some shots at Mali Liberty.
It certainly will. You know, the possessions have been super lopsided towards the Jumbos because I feel like the Maroon defense has caused a decent amount of turnovers. They've picked up these ground balls in terms of getting to their offensive end. They've had struggles. And then just in the middle of the field, the ground ball war looks to be won by the Jumbos so far. Definitely going to have to work on that if you're the Maroons and you want to get back into this game.
Yeah. As we switch ends, Charlotte Rapp comes back in on defense. Keith will remain in goal. And looks like Huisman will stay out there to take the draws for the Maroons.
And it looks like the rain is coming back a little bit. Umbrellas coming out in the stands. Would it be spring in Medford if it wasn't like this?
70 degrees, and now 50 and rainy.
Yep. But the girls love it. They're having fun out there.
Yeah, let's see who the Jumbos bring back out. Looks like it will be the first midfield. So it is Huisman against Delaney again at the draw circle. Huisman was not able to contribute to winning the first one. Let's see if she can change that up here.
Yeah, Delaney's won a few in a row now, doing a really good job of getting it to her line mates. We'll see if the sister-to-sixer connection is intact again when she gives Madeline a little signal.
All right, so Huisman and Delaney at the draw circle. 5-2 Tufts as we begin this second quarter. Ball goes up, controlled well by Becky Van Kirk. And finally a possession for the University of Chicago Maroons.
That's a big draw control. Got to get this quarter started off well.
Here's Jane Chen. We haven't seen much of her at all.
No.
She does lead the team in assists. Dodging against Mary Grace Reynolds.
Yeah,
Reynolds stays with her.
I think they should look to Chen to attack a one-on-one matchup and find cutters on the backside. If Chen has that feeding ability, which we know she does.
Here's Torok. We've seen her dodge. La Liberty comes out dangerously for
She's so aggressive.
Does manage to knock down the pass and scoop up the ground ball. A little bit of a risk pays off for Molly La Liberty.
Yeah.
And it starts transition for the Jumbos. Here's Conahan.
And that's why La Liberty's an All-American, because she can really do it all.
Conahan to the right hand. A lot of space. Chooses not to let it go. Resets to Claire Wright, and looks like the Jumbos will opt for a settled possession. Claire Wright dodging from the wing. Gets inside. Good shot. Saved by Keefe low. First time they've tested her low, and she answers that one.
Yeah, I would like to see Claire Wright get a little more involved in the offense. That was a great move. Could have been a better finish, but Keefe stood strong there, so props to her.
However, Wright does manage to knock down the pass to Van Kirk. Kirk does recover, and Wright pressures her again. She does get it to Torok, who's dangerous in the open field. Stopped well by Clark at the first asking, but now Torok manages to get to the left, takes it into the offensive zone, and Chicago gets another possession. They'll certainly look for something other than a turnover here, at least a shot on goal.
Yep, and I think the problem is, there hasn't been a go-to way to attack this Jumbo's defense that they've found yet. They had a transition goal and a goal off a really nice pass and cut. But in terms of dodging, the Jumbos have been winning the one-on-one matchups on this side of the field.
Definitely. Here's Chen, not finding anything yet. Up to Kaus and over to Torok. I think Torok could be their answer to the dodging problems.
Certainly could, but that's great defense by Clark.
That is excellent defense by Clark. And she'll be forced to reset it to Chen, who somehow manages to keep it inside. But Mary Grace Reynolds turns it over with a good ground ball. And Clark once again looking to push in transition as Conahan gets it again. We'll see if she'll let the shot go this time. She gets to her right hand. Still pressured. Runs in hard to Kaus. Let's see which way the whistle goes. Looks like it will probably go against Kaus. And Conahan will get the 8-meter free position from the center hash. So a good position, great opportunity to get one on the board in this second quarter.
Great job using her speed to attack the middle of the field. Especially in this game, getting to the middle of the field is just so critical. You can draw these great free possession opportunities. And let's see if she converts here.
Yeah, and we're really seeing the Jumbos push in transition. Here's Conahan. Gets inside, hit from behind, and still finishes it through the contact over the top of Keefe. The call is coming in. Looks like the goal will stand.
As it should. She was pushed in the crease. There should be no debate about that.
Yeah, so on the continuation after the foul, Conahan finishes it over Keefe. 6-2 to the Jumbos, a 4-goal lead. Chicago does have to be a little careful here to not let this one open up.
Yeah, this quarter is so critical, right? You come into the quarter down 3, which is an opportunity for you to claw back in this game. But the Jumbos have been really pushing transition so far. And if the Maroons keep turning it over on offense, it's just not a model that's going to help them get back into this game.
Yeah, Coach Robinson honestly might have more to say to her offense than her defense.
Yeah.
With the way they've been turning it over, really just kind of putting the defense in awkward situations. That makes it difficult to match up with the Jumbos one-on-one because, truthfully, we've seen in settled offenses, the Jumbos have looked good, but not nearly as good as they've looked in transition.
Yeah, certainly. I was just about to say that, right? Their settled defense for the Maroons has been pretty good. They've been doing pretty good on the one-on-one matchups, but in transition, they've been getting killed.
Something goes awry on the draw, and Tufts will get the possession.
Yep, these possessions are critical.
Clark splits a double team well to clear, then gives up to Catherine Delaney. Delaney down to Walter, over to Claire Wright. Let's see if she attacks. Not this time. Over to Carden, and now Conahan.
She's definitely feeling the hot
Conahan
hand.
with a good move. Back to her left and finishes it over the top of Keefe again. Caroline Conahan really just showing why she's been brought in on attack to replace Colette Smith due to injury, and showing out 2 games in a row now. 3 goals against Endicott.
Yeah, Conahan's just so confident dodging. She got the ball and immediately wanted to attack. She's found some sort of weakness in the Chicago defense. And Conahan, the freshman out of Chevy Chase, Maryland, showing why she deserves time on the field.
Yeah, already up to 3 goals this game as well. We'll see if she can add to that.
Yeah, and that's going to be a storyline for the Jumbos all season. This freshman class has come in and made a splash. Conahan, Carden, Gibbons, these girls are really playing well and playing confidently.
Yeah, and like you said, Conahan really showing why she deserves time on the field and showing what she can do with extended time on the field.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the second midfield, they are used, but not nearly as much as the first one.
Yeah, well, when you have a first midfield with all NESCAC players like Clark and Delaney.
It is hard to argue with. Van Kirk does come away with a draw control. That's a big one for University of Chicago. They could really use a goal here to stop the bleeding.
Definitely. 7-3 games manageable, but say Tufts scores the next goal and it's 8-2, that looks a little more bleak.
Yeah, Sarah Bloomquist has come in for the Maroons on attack. Here's Kaus up top. Lulu Hardy back in as well. Over to Torok. This time she draws it on to Cow. So Tufts beginning to respect the matchup a little bit more. Over to Lally Johnson. Let's see if she can find any more feeds to the middle.
Yeah,
And
you're not going to
placement.
find feeds without ball movement. These cuts, the way that they get open is because the defense has to shift.
Kaus on the sweep. A good slide from Ananda Cow comes, closing off that opportunity as
Good
soon
double.
as it opened. They managed to swing it back to Torok. Huisman cannot draw the shooting space, pressured relentlessly by Lehan. Huisman down to Lally Johnson and saved, eaten up by Molly Liberty, who
Yeah.
chooses to run it out herself.
I mean, I think that was one of the first times that we've seen Chicago really test the one-on-one matchups and find some space. That was a pretty decent look. Would have liked a little bit of a better handle, maybe a quicker shot from Johnson. But if you are Coach Robinson for the Maroons, you got to be happy with that possession.
Yeah, at least it didn't end in a turnover, right? Either way, a great clear by Tufts to get it to Frericks. Second midfield is back in for the Jumbos.
They played well so far. Also got Alexa Emersino in on this midfield.
Yeah, she played a little bit against Endicott, replacing Rothstein this time. We'll see whether she can make a difference. Amorosino wearing number 11. Here's Gibbons up top.
Yeah, got to expect her to be the initiator on this line.
Gibbons gets around Huisman, passes down. Here's Carden. Carden bumped off. Looks for something, rolls inside, manages to get inside. Amorosino picks it up, gets some space, and scores the first goal of her career for Alexa Amorosino, making an immediate impact off the bench.
Yeah, just, a heads-up play, right? Got to be in the right position at the right time. She scooped up that ground ball, had the presence of mind to tuck it in low past Keefe, And it is now 8-2, and the Jumbos are pouring it on.
And once again, we're talking about this freshman class. I mean, we've talked about Conahan, we've talked about Carden, we've talked about Gibbons. Here's another contributing member. Alexa Amorosino runs off, much to the delight of her teammates, after getting her first career goal.
Yep, Tufts finding new faces in front of the net. Got to be very encouraging for Coach Shute, because I think these games are so important, especially the non-conference one, and seeing how your depth can play later in the season.
Yeah, and a correction on what I previously said. Alexa Morosino is a sophomore. Either way, great contributions from the bench for the Jumbos.
Yep.
And we return to the draw control circle.
Still part of the youth movement.
Definitely. A battle for it. Van Kirk comes up with it. And Chicago does look to get something going. Skylar Leinhart into the game for the first time, carrying the ball around towards X, over to Bloomquist.
Yeah, Molly Lake Liberty has been extra active here.
Pass in the middle is knocked down, picked up immediately by Sheehy. Quadruple teamed, somehow manages to get it out to Lulu Hardy.
Great
and House
strength.
will reset it.
Real strong play to get that ball out of there. I thought the ball was going to hit the tower for sure.
Huisman dodging,
Some
hard
contact.
pick by Torok, knocks
Yeah.
down, and looks like it was a moving screen. Frericks draws the foul.
That's the
and
right
the Jumbos
call.
will get it back.
That's the right call. Usually when you see a screen result in two girls on the ground, it's probably moving. So good call by the refs there. Let's see if the Jumbos can push in transition.
Yeah, here comes Gibbons right down the alley, runs right by Huisman and takes a really hard check to
Wow.
the head. That'll certainly draw a card.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. It is a yellow card, so a 2-minute releasable penalty, excuse me, on the cross check to the head by Huisman. Maybe just a little bit of frustration there. Tired after running in transition. Either way, it'll be a great opportunity for the Jumbos to add another one on the board. Already up 6 here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think part of that's also Gibbons is just very fast, right? You know, and she breaks off her angle from her defender so quickly that it can't really do much to stop.
So here's Gibbons on the free position. She's already scored 3 of these this season.
Yeah, and Jumbos have been pretty successful in the free position so far against Keefe. Done a good job of protecting the stick and getting a crafty inside finish.
Some clock issues setting up the penalty. But either way, it looks like we're ready to continue. Gibbons takes it inside. Shot goes wide right. Backed up by the Jumbos. Well done by Conahan.
Yeah, Jumbo's definitely cycling a lot more players today.
Yeah. Here's Claire Wright. Over to Frericks. And it is turned over by Kaus. However, it's thrown away immediately after. Another bad turnover
Yeah.
for the Maroons. That's just really not what they want to see.
No, that's how this game's going to get out of hand. If you keep letting this Jumbo's offense possess the ball and attack the net.
Yeah, it definitely is contributing to the lopsided scoreline. Over to Gibbons. We're seeing Claire Wright come off now.
No, she's done some good work. I think behind the scenes, she's one of the offensive leaders on this team. She's always giving directions to her teammates.
As
So
Kate-
a good shift by her to start the game.
Kate Mastrobuono replaces her. 7'12". The 6'2" freshman. She'll immediately set up right in the center of the 8-meter.
Yeah, that's where she's got to be.
Back over to Amorosino. Feed inside. Mastrobuono can't quite come up with it. Hacked down by Amorosino. But the University of Chicago will come away with it and reset to Keefe as Amorosino sprints off. Over to Charlotte Rapp, who can't quite handle the pass. Marked by Mastrobuono. Rapp able to get by her. Now marked by Wujek, gets by her as well, and is able to get it to Swigert.
It's a great clear by Rapp.
Yeah, so we've just seen such a workhorse, really just taking the draws, playing defense, clearing the ball, really
Yeah.
doing everything for this Maroons team, trying to get them back into it.
Yeah, let's see a good possession here. There are some defensive subs on for the Jumbos, so these Maroons can attack a new defense.
Yeah, we're seeing Fernando Puye, number 13. It's back over to Lily De Palma for the Maroons.
Seems like they have some subs in as well.
Still De Palma. Huisman's penalty does release. The Jumbo's not able to capitalize on the yellow card.
Hey, that could be a momentum builder for the Maroons.
Huisman immediately looking to attack against Cow. Back to Bloomquist. And here's Huisman. Gets by Wujek at first. Feed inside. Good feed.
Oh.
Hardy hit hard from behind by Frericks. Let's see if this one draws a card. It does not. So it will be a free position for Lulu Hardy after a good feed by Huisman.
I tell you what, can't do much more than that and not get a card. Maybe a little bit lucky to Jumbos.
Either way, looks like Miley Liberty setting up right on her right-hand post. And
wow.
Lulu Hardy does opt to pull it out instead of taking the bait and shooting for the bottom right.
Just the intimidation factor by Lay Liberty. You know, maybe a bit of an unorthodox setup, but certainly she's done her scouting.
Definitely. De Palma able to draw the shooting space, so maybe she'll have a crack at it here. 17 left on the shot clock. De Palma shoots, eaten up by Lay Liberty. High to high, just isn't going to go on her.
Nope, got to change planes inside on Lay Liberty.
And now Becca Gable running in transition. She looks ready to get on the offensive end. Spins back to her left hand. Pass knocked down and recovered immediately by Gibbons, who does well. Over to Conahan and down to Walter. First midfield coming back in for the Jumbos, with the exception of Madeline Delaney, who is replaced by Gibbons for now. Carden draws a slide, flips it to Clark. Clark takes it hard off the wing and manages to draw a shooting space. That's a good play by the Jumbos.
Oh, yeah, very crafty. Because Carden, you know, she's such a dodging threat that I think the defense kind of sucks into her, and Clark intelligently kind of runs off her back, gets that quick flip pass. That's going to create a lot of space.
Yeah, so Clark will get the free position on the right hash up against Keefe. Takes it in, all the way in, and finishes into the bottom left. It's really starting to pour out here for the Jumbos, 9-2. And the Maroons really just have no answer on defense at the moment.
No, they don't. And Anna Clark, you'd assume that she finishes that right. She does a crafty little twisty, as some people like to call it, the twister. You know, Keefe just not getting much help from her defense. But when you look at the Jumbo side, Lay Liberty really creates the energy and is keeping that defense constant.
Yeah, great save on the free position. Lily De Palma thought she had her high. Just absolutely gobbled up by La Liberty.
Yeah, you can't beat Molly high. We know that. You know, she's preseason player of the year. She's really been such a leader since day one for this Jumbos team.
So some more subs in for the Jumbos. Briotti comes in on attack. Ivy Bandari on defense. Like I said before, number 13, Catherine Fernando Puye, is on for the Jumbos as well on defense.
Yeah, and it looks like Polkinen's back in for the Maroons. Look to see if she gets her or if they get her going, as she is still the leading point scorer on this team.
Yeah, priority number 1 will be getting possession.
Yep.
And Huisman will look to do that against Delaney at the draw circle.
Delaney's been successful getting it to her wings here.
She'll pop it up. Oh. And once again, a beautiful take out of the air by Madeline Delaney. Once again,
great.
We see the Delaney connection, and Madeline Delaney will clear it.
I wonder why they have so much chemistry.
I wonder.
That was
Either way.
Great play by Madeline Delaney, using her height and just her stick control to give the Jumbos the ball yet again.
Here's Walter. Back up to Clark. Clark dodges right. Can't quite get by Kirk. Good slide this time by Chicago. And down to Catherine Delaney. Over to Walter. Let's see if Walter can get something going again. Back to Delaney up top, as the Jumbos kind of return to the dodging from the midfield results they were getting earlier.
Looks like they're going to give Conahan some space now.
Conahan, sticking her left hand, switches over to the right. Good move. Draws the slide and the shooting space. So Conahan will be getting another free position. Let's see whether she can convert this time.
She's so quick. You know, she plants her left foot and darts down that right alley. It's really hard to stop, especially if you don't have a slide loaded.
Yeah, so Conahan looking for what would be a career-high 4th goal. Drops the ball, but is able to scoop it right back up. So a good ground ball in the end by Conahan. Doesn't get quite the result she was looking for, but the Jumbos will be happy with possession either way.
Yeah, they'll have like 25 seconds to get something going. Oh,
great play by Rapp. Just picking off the pass from Conahan. Now she'll run in transition. Cow comes immediately on the slide. Rapp back to her right hand. Not a great pass, however. And Cow is able to scoop up the ground ball after Ivy Bandari came through to knock down the pass. So we see 2 great plays on the defensive end. First Rapp picking up the pass, then Bandari. And here comes Delaney in transition.
Yeah, Bandari's been getting some time this season. A defensive substitute. She's really good on the ground, right? Great ground ball player. Good instinct. And that was a great play. And the Jumbos will have possession again.
Yeah, here's Carden on the sweep. She'll look to get by Blankenship. Spins left, just leaves her in the dust again. Good switch by Huisman, however. She'll flip to Delaney. We saw this before. Delaney down the alley, keeps it in her right hand, shoots over, backed up by Briotti.
Yeah, let's see if Briotti tries to get involved here. She gets routine time. First appearance of the game today.
She'll go against Blankenship. Feet
It's a
inside,
great
good pass. And Margie Carden collects it, calmly slots it away. Just as you said it, Briotti managing to get involved right away off the bench. She was starting early this season, still getting plenty of time off the bench here and showing you exactly why.
Yeah, no, she offers a feeding dimension that is a little bit unique to this offense. A great feed, a great handle by Carden as well. You know, we've seen Carden score mostly as a dodger, but, you know, Carden can just continue to work on those stick skills and collect passes like that may be a little bit low or a little bit outside. We know her finishing ability. So just overall great goal for the Jumbos. I love to see just the diversity of the ways they're attacking the net, right? They're not relying on one thing. They're initiating with attack, initiating with midfield, and everyone's getting on the score sheet. So much to be happy about for Coach Shute.
Yeah, 10-2 with 3:56 remaining in the second quarter and this first half. Overall, just absolutely what Coach Shute is looking for.
Yep.
Really showing why this is such a test for the University of Chicago, coming out here to play the number 8 ranked Jumbos.
I think this will be good for the Maroons, though. Assuming they win their conference and get their automatic bid, you know, I think this is something that Coach Robinson can look to and know that her team has been tested and just, you know, has the experience going against a top-level team like the Jumbos.
Yeah, Van Kirk with a beautiful jaw control, and here's Chen.
Yeah, Chen hasn't done much today, but look for her to get the feeding ready.
Yeah, Bandari marks her, another member of that great freshman class we've been talking so much about.
Yeah. A freshman defender, you know, most of these good freshmen are on the offensive end, but showing they can do it all, huh?
Yeah, we're seeing two of them in Fernando Puye and Bandari. Either way, as we were saying, as here's Fernando Puye in the clear, it is definitely a stronger strength of schedule for the University of Chicago Maroons this year. They've only been around for 3 years. They're playing Tufts and Christopher Newport and Bates as a shot from Walter is saved right on the doorstep by Keefe. A good save from Keefe.
Maybe that's a confidence builder, right? Doorsteps shut down.
Yeah, she'll definitely have to look for the positives from this one, as most of them have been right in front of her, just like that one was, with plenty of time. Van Kirk pressured hard by the Jumbos. And they'll get it to Torak, who's usually reliable in these clears.
Yeah, she's speedy.
Yeah, and she shows it off once more with the stick in her left hand, going right by 3 Jumbos, stopped by Delaney and Clark eventually.
It's a big possession for the Maroons. Oh,
It
they
is.
got an open person.
They managed to feed in front, but it looks like Ananda Cow may have gotten her stick on that one. Either way, the pass goes awry, and they'll turn it over once more. And the Liberty has it for the Jumbos with 2:27 left in this first half.
Yeah, the quality just has to be there. That was a really good look from Maroons. I think it was Hardy, right, who was open there on the crease. Got to complete those.
So a yellow card comes out on the contact of the head from Polkinen on the Liberty. The Liberty was initially furious she didn't get that call, called for it from the referee, and the referee obliges with the card.
I think Lay Liberty has earned the position to be vocal, as she as she is very passionate, as we know.
Yeah, so Annika Polkinen comes off on the a little bit bemused by the call. Either way, they'll clear it to Cow.
What a beautiful pass.
Yeah, and here's Conahan as the Jumbos look to finally take advantage, but they do not. They throw it away immediately. So that's an unfortunate turnover for the Jumbos. Coach Courtney Shute will not be happy with that. Just lack of execution on a woman-up opportunity.
Yep. And let's see if Chicago can withstand this ride. A player down, that will be just extra hard, and it's already been tough so far.
Yeah, well, if there's anyone who could do it, here's Rapp.
Yeah, Rapp has really
Sprinting
done
down
well in the
left-hand side
clearing
of the field.
game.
She'll draw pressure from Conahan now. And Mastrobono back in the game. And looks like Chicago will finally manage to get it into the offensive zone.
Yeah, haven't seen Klinger much traveling into the offensive zone, but every once in a while duty calls and you got to clear the ball.
So Chicago once again managing to get possession back after the bad turnover by the Jumbos. They've had a fair amount of possession this quarter, but it's still been a bit of an ugly quarter for them. as they haven't been able to get anything on the board.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of just a lot of energy on this Jumbo's defense. Even with subs in, they've been playing their one-on-one matchups well. And then just kind of a lack of that, killer instinct, finishing ability by the Maroons. They've had looks, certainly, but just haven't been able to put them home, whether it be, poor shot placement or just the stick skills weren't there. But, just a few improvements can really get them better looks.
Yeah, they do get the defense moving there and do draw the foul as well. Stick coming up a little bit high as Lulu Hardy goes down to the ground once more on another hard hit. That's the second time she's eaten some heavy contact today. She'll be rewarded with a free position at the center hash. This is a great opportunity for Chicago.
Yep. Yeah, let's see if he puts this one home. He's got the angle.
Yeah, so here's Hardy. Hardy shoots. Deflected a little bit. And immediately outletted by Molly Liberty to Madison Lehan, who's going to run, as the Jumbos tend to do.
Yep.
Torok can't catch her. Here's Lehan. Down the alley. Pass over to Mastrobono. Chooses not to let it fly. Pass back into the center. And a goal for the Jumbos from Ella L'Esperance. Right onto the field. And a beautiful goal by the freshman.
Yeah.
Everyone getting involved for the Jumbos.
Yeah, I thought Mastrobono would maybe try to force the shot there, but great patience by her and the presence of mind to find that inside feed to L'Esperance. And another freshman on the board, Joe. It has been a party for that class, huh?
Yeah, they're really having a great season. Mastrobono to L'Esperance. That's got to make Coach Shute happy.
Oh, certainly. Yeah. And you can see the Jumbo sidelines dancing. Their swag has been turned on.
Yeah, they couldn't be happier with the way this freshman class is playing.
Yeah, and what a quarter. What a quarter from the Jumbos, right? They came in 5-2, game stealing reach, and just a 6-0 run in this quarter. Defense has been stout, offense has been potent, and the draw controls have been controlled.
Yeah. Ella L'Esperance returns to the draw, stays on the field, for the draw, as well as Caroline Cromwell, another member of this freshman class. And Sammy Rothstein returns to the other side of the circle for the Jumbos. L'Esperance and puts it up in the air. Unable to get it right out of the air. Bit of a ground ball scrum develops, and it will be controlled by Swigert by Chicago.
Swiggert's been pretty good on the ground balls today. I think Chicago they've got a few players that have really been playing well and are leaders. It's just about depth. The Jumbos have so much depth, as you can see from today.
So as the first half expires, 11-2 Tufts. Really just a tough second quarter for the University of Chicago Maroons, going down 6-0 in the second quarter after keeping the game relatively close, 5-2 in the first. As we go to halftime here.
Yep, welcome to the East Coast. Certainly a good brand of lacrosse.
All right, so once again, I'm Joe Schmidt here with Kyle Amate. Thanks for tuning in to JumboCast. We'll be back shortly with the second half.
So hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
me show you something. Let me show you something.
All right, welcome back to Bellow Field as the starters are back on for the Jumbos as we get ready to, as we get set to start the second half, third quarter of our women's lacrosse matchup today between the Tufts Jumbos and the University of Chicago Maroons. Kyle, what can we look forward to seeing in the second half?
You know, I think that for the Jumbos, just keep looking at new faces. They're going to start with their starters here, but they showed that they're willing to cycle in a lot of depth. And for the Maroons, you know, I think it's tough. It's been a tough game for them, but if they want to get back into it, it starts by clearing effectively and just moving the ball around on offense and finding those dodging lanes, which will be most advantageous. Because so far on offense, it's been sloppy ball movement or bad shots. You got to take a good shot to beat Lay Liberty. So just look for that.
Yeah, so as mentioned before, starters on for the Jumbos. Looks like mostly starters on for the Maroons as well, as Huisman and Delaney get ready to contest the first draw of the second half. As was the trend in the second quarter, Clark scoops it up off the wing again. And the Jumbos will get the first possession of this second half as Clark takes it right down to the right hand, feeds over, back down to right, and looks like shooting space drawn by Caroline Conahan there.
Yep, Jumbos wasting no time in the second half to get to the net. That was a great aggressive play by Clark, and the Jumbos are rewarded.
Yeah, and Conahan will look to see if she can get her fourth on the board here.
It'll be a tougher angle than usual, but she's shown some good stick protection.
Pressured by Kirk. She does manage to finish it over the shoulder of Keefe again. Conahan gets her fourth, and the Jumbos are immediately right on the board, making it 12-2 within seconds of the second half starting.
Yeah, well, the energy that they brought in the first quarter has continued into the second half. Just some great early offense, and I think it all starts in transition there. Clark is able to just accelerate after getting that ball in the draw control. And it seemed like the Maroons defense was not in place yet, and they were able to draw the easy foul.
Yeah, and we're really seeing just an explosion of freshman scoring here.
Yep.
Between Conahan, Cardin, L'Esperance, the assist earlier from Mastrobuono.
Yeah, Conahan especially has been playing super well today.
Yeah, she's really stepped up after Colette Smith went down with an injury.
Yeah, and if you look into the storylines for this Jumbos team going into the season, it was, okay, we're losing some solid senior contributions from Lawless and from Grimes, but, these freshmen have really stepped in well to help replace it. It hasn't been easy replacing that talent so far, but this is a great coming out party for a lot of them.
Yeah, beautiful pass from Mary Grace Reynolds to Delaney. Madeline Delaney takes it all the way in and finishes into the bottom left corner. A beautiful run around by Madeline Delaney off the great pass from Mary Grace Reynolds in the clear as she beats about 3 Maroons defenders and gets another one on the board for the Jumbos, 13-2 Tufts.
Yeah, Delaney, that was just such smooth dodging, right? You know, she got the ball, she has long legs, can really make those strides towards the net. And I think with her, that's really the development of her game. She's already proved herself well as, you know, as a middle of the field player, right? She's been key on ground balls and in the clearing game. But as you see there, she's gaining more and more confidence on offense. She scored her first career goal last week. And this week, continuing the trend, right? A lot of these Jumbos players are developing, and it's looking really good.
Yeah.
Coach Shute has to be happy.
And as you were saying, with the experience lost on attack of Lawless and Games, just 2 of the greatest players in the history of this program, it really was unclear where the offense would come from. But we're seeing that they've done a great job recruiting, bringing in some really great freshman players who are contributing all across the board. Someone went early on the draw. Looks like it was Torok. And Catherine Delaney will get another draw control as Madeline scoops it up.
Yep.
Catherine swaps her stick with Ananda Cow, as per usual.
Jumbo's monopolizing possession here early on. This could really lead to some offensive explosion.
Yeah, here's Walter back in the game.
That we've seen a lot already.
Definitely. Walter looking for something. We've seen her do the question mark once. This time she opts to pass it out to Conahan. Conahan down to Clark. And over behind to Catherine Delaney, this time operating from X. And Margie Carden on her favored wing. She'll make a good move to her left hand. Gets open. Chooses not to shoot. Back to her left again. Just running circles around the defense right now. Gets the shot away. Gets checked as she shoots. Anna Clark able to back it up.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing a little bit of an inverted offensive set here as Claire Wright, who usually operates behind, is now up top and has the ball.
Yeah, so Wright looking to attack against Swigert. Wright down to her right hand. Gets the shot away once more.
That's a great
Catherine Delaney with the backup. Definitely this invert causing some problems for the Chicago defense to begin with.
Yeah, I think when you're up like this, especially when you have your starters out, Coach Schute's looking probably to experiment a little bit with the offense, find some new wrinkles or some new plays that come off and then are little or not as customary.
Catherine Delaney gets a step on Van Kirk. Shot saved by Keefe. So that'll be big for her. As University of Chicago does look to set up the clear. Here's Klinger. Pass over to Swigert, not handled well. Scooped up by Ananda Cow, who beats Swigert as well, and takes it into the offensive zone. Cow tries to pass it off. Van Kirk does a great job of getting in the passing lane, and it'll be turned right back over.
Yeah, that was a great play by Cow, but Van Kirk definitely read her eyes there, made the good interception, and now Chicago will have their first, hopefully, settled possession of the.
Yeah, Torok read beautifully by Anna Clark. And just as you say that, it will be another turnover. Walter has it this time. Down the field. Passes to the middle. Clark can't quite collect it, but Walter will regather. Clark goes down in a heap, but she'll get right back up. Here's Walter now behind at X, and the Jumbos will settle their possession.
Yeah, it looks like Clark's laughing a little bit. It was a funny tumble she took.
Yeah, Delaney here. Over to Clark. Clark can't quite scoop it up. Potential offside call coming in. Shot clock is reset, and I believe it is unclear who the ball is going to go to. Looks like it will stay with the Jumbos. So an offside violation against Lolita Palma resets the shot clock for the Jumbos.
Yep. And it'll be Carden now. You know, she relatively has been quiet today compared to the rest of the offense.
Yeah, but still showing just how explosive and dangerous she can be as a Dodger.
Yeah. Same with Delaney.
Delaney with a good move.
Delaney?
Beautiful face dodge. Saved by Keefe. Scooped up by Carden. Behind the back. What a great ground ball and finish from Margie Carden.
Wow.
She won't stay quiet for long, Kyle, will she?
No, I guess not. You know, prove me wrong. But she is just continuing to develop. You know, first it was as a Dodger. Then today she had that great cut and scored off the feed from Briotti. And then now the behind the back off the ground ball. She's doing everything. But to my point earlier, we're seeing Dodgers like Delaney and Clark and Conahan just really improving their moves and their effectivity getting into the lane. You know, it's Delaney's dodge that kind of set off that ground ball scrum.
Yeah, and that one created by, like you said, created by a beautiful face dodge from Catherine Delaney, just getting right underneath, get a good shot away, and then we see the in-tight stick skills and just great work from Margie Carden, able to scoop it up and finish behind the back all in one motion. So we've got Wujek and Frericks, Frericks, and Rothstein in for the Jumbos here at the draw circle. Other than that, the lineup remains unchanged. Or excuse me, Emma Yale is in for the Jumbos as well at attack.
Will another freshman score?
Well, you will see. And looks like not yet, at least, as Chicago does control the draw on a violation, as here comes Kaus. Sophie Lynn is now in the game as well. Back over to Kaus. Kaus to the far side of the field for Van Kirk, who is able to run it over. So Chicago will look to get a possession. Here's Van Kirk against Rothstein. Back to Lily DePalma, and Kaus will set it up top. Over to Torak against Wujek.
Yeah, Torak's been quiet today.
Pass inside. Knocked down. Lulu Hardy couldn't quite handle it, and Mary Grace Reynolds comes running away down the field. Reynolds protects her stick well.
It's a great
does
ground
well
ball
to get it to Carden. And Carden looks to go in transition. She does not have numbers, but will still dodge. Gets inside and draws a foul as well. So Carden rewarded for the hard work, pushing in transition, and will get a free position on the right hash.
I mean, she is always attacking, isn't she? Always looking for that angle. Just puts so much pressure on a defender. And to do that throughout the game, you're definitely going to get your looks.
Yeah, so Carden with another chance for a goal here to add to her tally. She'll shoot high to high right into the stick of Keefe. Not great shot placement there, but another good save from Keefe nonetheless.
Yep, yeah, that's good for Keefe. You know, she's proven to be, I guess, a little stronger high than low. But yeah, you know, you gotta string those saves together. It's for a team like Chicago right now. It's just about stringing together good plays, good possessions. Unlike that.
Yeah, once again, just unforced turnover from Chicago, and they've had way too many of those today. Lucy Hodge comes in for the Jumbos on attack, as does a Morosino in the midfield. Lehan looking to run the clear herself, lobs it up. A little bit off on the pass. Morosino can't handle it, but Hodge does a great job tracking it down, and that'll secure possession for the Jumbos.
Yeah, I think that's been the main difference between these two teams today. It's when these Jumbos defenders have the ball, they've done such an effective job at staying calm and finding the right pass to clear it. Whereas, you know, they put, on the other end, they put so much pressure on these Chicago defenders when they have possession that we've seen a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, so here's Frericks up top, looking to go against Kaus to her right hand. Finds some space, but no shot there. Emma Yale behind X. Now to Carden. Carden on her wing, as usual. She'll get to her right hand, spin back. Just gains a step out of that move every time, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Good team defense there by Chicago. They slid there, which they actually haven't been doing much so far.
Yeah, so here's a Morosino looking to add to her tally. She'll dodge on Torak, back to her left.
Good D by Torak.
Yeah, physical defense. And Morosino tries to get a shot away with 10 on the shot clock. Does draw the foul on the left-handed shot. That was saved by Keefe. So, actually, I take it back. It was a dangerous follow-through called on a Morosino on the shot as she tried to force it through Torak. And she's punished with a yellow card. So this will be a great opportunity for Chicago here to try to right the ship, get back on track, and find a goal to make it an 11-goal game as opposed to the 14-2 it is right now.
Yeah, that's just, you know, I think that was the right call. It was really good defense. So for that to be a shooting space or some sort of defensive foul wouldn't really make sense.
Here comes another one.
Oh, wow.
This time on Hodge with the cross check to the head.
Okay.
So it'll be 2 women up for the University of Chicago for about 2 minutes. Definitely an unfortunate series of events for the Tufts youngsters here.
Yeah, but they still got energy. But it will be interesting to see, first off, whether Chicago can get it in the offensive end, and then what they do against this Tufts defense that, even though they will be 2 down, has been so stout so far.
Yeah, so a pair of sophomores, Morosino and Hodge, in the box right now. And the University of Chicago will really look to capitalize on this opportunity. Coach Kate Robinson will no doubt be furious if they can't find a goal here.
Yeah, you know, if you're a quality team, right, Chicago's ranked in the top 25, probably a tournament team. These are spaces you have to convert.
Yeah, here's Van Kirk, draws the shooting space.
Yep.
A smart play, really just impossible for the Jumbos to cover that much ground. 2 players down.
Yeah, definitely. And this is Lay Liberty's. Lay Liberty probably loves this moment, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
2 down.
The underdog for once.
Yep.
And she'll look to make another save here as Van Kirk looks to get on the board.
She's got a
and
good
right
angle.
The ship for the Maroons. Van Kirk takes it in. Shot finished into the bottom left. A good goal from Van Kirk on the free position. Definitely exactly what they were looking for there.
Yep, well earned by the Maroons. Well earned goal. They cleared it effectively. They were playing good enough defense where they were able to draw these fouls. And then the finish. Van Kirk's one of the leaders of this team. Got to be confident that she could finish, and she does the job. Lake Liberty didn't really have many options there, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, so the penalty on Morosino was released by Sofia Antesana, and Ella Esperance comes back on for the Jumbos, as well as Jenna Gibbons. So it will be Antesana taking the draw.
Her first action of the game today.
Yeah, as we see more youth coming in, another sophomore coming in for the Jumbos.
Yep.
Ball goes flying out of there on the draw. And looks like the University of Chicago went early with Cos. So Antesana wins the draw control, and L'Esperance has it for the Jumbos. Feeding over to Gibbons. Variety back in the game. And over to Emma Yale. Now Carden behind X. Caroline Cromwell as well out there for the Jumbos again. As here's Bryady.
Yeah, she had a great feed in that first half for her assist. Look for her to keep those eyes up, especially behind the net.
Yeah, and with all this depth out there for the Jumbos, it's interesting to see where the offense will come from. Presumably, Coach Courtney Shute also might want an answer to that question.
Certainly.
See who can step up in this kind of situation.
I think they're all capable. But usual suspects being Carden. Yep. Being Carden.
There it is. And another great feed from Bryady there.
That was, yeah. They have a little chemistry going.
They do. That's the second time we've seen it. Bryady to Carden. Good finish from Carden. Just beautiful patience in front of the net once more.
Yeah, Carden's shown some great stick skills today. It was on that first goal from Bryady, and then now on the second one, the little cross-handed catch, and just flick it into the top corner.
Yeah. So we see number 34, Maddie Sherris coming in.
Oh, as well as Kaufman.
Ah, yes, and here comes Malio Liberty. Another day of work for Malio Liberty.
Yep.
So we got Courtney Kaufman in goal for the Jumbos.
Goal for the Bows is number 0, Courtney Kaufman.
Little commotion here.
Yeah, some confusion here. The goal will not stand. It looks as though Margie Carden may have been hit with another stick check.
Oh, interesting.
And this is the second time this year Margie Carden's had a goal taken away from a stick check. So she'll certainly need to get that sorted. They lost a very costly one against Colby in the opener.
Yeah, I think the stakes are a little lower here.
Definitely.
But either way, that was a great play.
Yeah. So a shame especially for Bryady, who had the great feed once more. But Carden loses another one as the University of Chicago will get one back. And here's Kaus against L'Esperance. L'Esperance with good defense so far. Kaus does get a step, tries to feed inside. Knocked down by Fernanda Puye, but looks like there will be a foul. So it looks like Kaus gets a free position on the right hash. Courtney Kaufman's first test of the game.
Yep, this would be good for her. If she can save it, that's a big confidence boost.
Yeah, every goalie wants to make that first save.
And
she does. Beautiful save off the top of her cross.
Oh, yeah,
and backed up by the Jumbos as well.
Look, she's fired up about it.
Yeah, and they're loving it on the Jumbos bench. Save from Kaufman, back up from Fernando Puye, and another timeout taken.
Oh, no, I think that's quarter.
Oh, excuse me, you're right. Yeah, so the goal chalked off for Margie Carden. Courtney Kaufman into the game, makes a good save. And we're going to head to the fourth with Tufts leading 14-3.
Yep. I think it was a good quarter for both teams there. Certainly Tufts cycling some depth, finding some success, but also for Chicago, finally got another goal on the board since that first quarter. So that's got to be encouraging, and just seeing their perseverance here, right? It's 14-3. You're playing against a very good team, but if you go to the NCAA tournament, you're gonna have to play teams like this every weekend.
Yeah, and they did go to the quarterfinals last year. Definitely, this is by far, as I mentioned earlier, the best strength of schedule they'll ever have played in their 3-year history. They opened the season with Bates, a NESCAC opponent, managed to win that one in overtime, 8-7. They have Tufts, obviously, today, and Christopher Newport, another ranked opponent later in the year. So, although their conference might be one of the weaker ones in Division III women's lacrosse, they're certainly able to get in some quality opponents on the road and at home and really test themselves this year before going to the NCAA tournament.
Yes, certainly. I think that's kind of the the next step that needs to be taken, right? Chicago, for a young program, has done a great job. They've really dominated their conference, played well in the NCAAs. Making the quarterfinals is no easy task, but it's all about that hump because there are some elite teams in women's lacrosse in Division III right now. The NESCAC is loaded. There's some other teams, Salisbury usually good, like you said, Christopher Newport. So for Chicago to really jump into that echelon, right, they're going to have to beef up their regular season strength and schedule to get these tests early on. And it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, but just to have this sort of experience out of conference, right, that's going to be big for them going forward.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Definitely really showing how building a program can go. This is the first time these two teams have played. I certainly doubt it will be the last.
Yeah, so do I.
So it looks like Charlotte Rapp comes back out for the draw to start the fourth quarter.
A little commotion here with the time and the refs.
Yes, we could always use better communication, couldn't we? But
yeah.
So we've got for the Jumbos, Sofia Antezana, Jenna Gibbons, and Ella L'Esperance.
Yep.
On attack, Lucy Hodge, May Bryety, Emma Yale, and Maddie Charest. And on defense, Fernanda Puye Bandari, Meg Hatton, and Bella Monteleone.
Oh, yeah, it is a fully new lineup for the Jumbos. This is good, really good for Coach Shute. Games where you can get up ahead early and kind of know you've won. Getting the depth and getting the experience for these younger players that don't go in as much is huge. You never know when someone gets hurt, and you need to make people step up through the ranks. So this is big.
Yeah, and not only that, they're also playing against the starters of a very good team in the University of Chicago, which will give them great experience.
Yeah, definitely quality game experience. Sometimes I think of that Endicott game, it was getting a little out of hand. But, the Jumbos have just really had a complete performance today. Probably one of their best games of the season.
Yeah, so now more so than ever, it will be interesting to see where the offense comes from. Antezana at the draw control circle against Rapp. This time the ball still does not come really truly clear, but it is tracked down by Charlotte Rapp. She'll pass it down to Polkinen.
Yeah, Polkinen's been quiet today. Maybe look for her to get it going a little bit.
Yeah, Van Kirk's truly been one of the leaders of this offense, along with Torak here, who's looked like maybe the only player who's been able to generate some kind of dodging presence.
Yeah, especially on the one-on-one. Looks like she's going to attack
She'll
again
attack
here.
Against Antezana, back to her left hand. Nothing there. Good defense from Antezana. Here's L'Esperance. Can't quite stop Van Kirk, but she'll be stopped on the sweep across. Charlotte Rapp over to Torak again. Down to Lally Johnson, guarded by Fernando Puye. Johnson carries through X.
Good defense by Fernando Puye. I think Coach Shute really trusts this second defense. As we've seen Bandari get some time in other games, they really just pride on those one-on-one matchups.
Antezana with an over-the-head check that dislodges the shot from Torak. It is backed up by Lally Johnson, however. 30 on the shot clock for the University of Chicago Maroons. Here's Torok once more. They're really attacking this matchup. Torok and Antasana.
Keep going at it. Gotta love it.
So far, Antasana's been up to the task.
Yeah, these Chicago midfielders getting a little tired. They've certainly taken most of the burden in the transition game. And you know, Tufts has a lot of depth, so it's hard to keep up with them running as they push transition again.
They turn it over again. Ella Lesperance pushing transition here. Over to her left hand. Tries to feed inside to Hodge. Hodge gets bumped. Draws the free position. Yeah, we've seen a hard day's work from players like Kaus, Van Kirk, Charlotte Rapp, Torok. Yeah, all of them really working hard, running up and down this field. So here's Lucy Hodge. Steps inside, gets some space, gets the shot away. Backed up by Emma Yale.
Good patience by Hodge there. She's got a pretty good look on that.
Yeah, good strength, too, to fight through a lot of contact there. Bridie looking for another feed here.
Let's see her shoot.
She'll get to the left, feeds inside,
wow.
And Ella Lesperance finishes it. There it is once more. So the one to Carden got notched up, got taken off the board. Bridie wastes no time getting another assist there.
Yeah, that's a great feed. You know, I was clamoring for a shot, but clearly May knows better than I do. And she just puts a pinpoint pass for Lesperance. Not much. You can't get a much easier shot than that. So, just great offense by the Jumbos.
A good catch and finish from the freshman. Another great feed from Bridie. And the Jumbos bench are having fun as the rain starts to come down a little bit here at Bello.
Yep.
Definitely love seeing this youth and just great variety of players out here on the field for the Jumbos today.
I think raining games are a little more fun when you're up by 12.
Definitely. So Antasana back to the draw control circle against Weissman this time.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of run on the draw controls.
So far, she's been able to win one. This one controlled nearly by Antasana. Knocked around, and Weissman will be able to scoop it up. So this is a big possession for Chicago. They weren't really able to get anything going before. Let's see whether they find a hole in this second unit defense and midfield for the Jumbos.
No.
And immediately as I say that, they throw it away.
Yeah, that's not how you're going to start it off.
No, it is not. Here's Meg Hatton for the Jumbos as Antasana comes off for Amorosino. And Rothstein comes in for Lesperance. Over to Fernando Buye.
Haven't seen much of Rothstein since, I believe she scored earlier, right?
I do not know if she was on the board
Maybe.
today.
She had a good chance, though.
She did. She had a good free position.
Would like to see her dodge.
Yeah, we have not seen as much of her. She definitely gets a fair amount of run in closer games as well.
Certainly.
So perhaps just, being saved for bigger moments. Here's Gibbons from up top. Loses control momentarily. Bridie with a great job scooping it up. Great hustle.
Look at she keeps her head up. Every cradle she takes, she's just scanning the defense, looking for a hole.
Yeah, looking for her third assist of the game. Here's Rothstein. Looks like she will get a chance to dodge here. Shaded to the right. Goes right. S inside to Morosino. Shot right at Keefe. Saved well.
Yep, Keefe, good save there. Have to make that save. With an angle like that, really can't let those through.
Yeah, important save for them. Here's Caroline Luff in transition. Looking for a clear. As the rain really starts to come down here at Bello. And we're seeing it a little bit in the stick handling. Bloomquist is able to scoop it back up, but not before it goes out of bounds. So, but it will be off the Jumbos. So Chicago is a little bit lucky there to keep possession through Swigart, and now Lula Hardy over to Huisman. Gibbons playing defense on her. Down to Peyton Sanborn. Spins back to her right hand.
Haven't seen much of her yet today.
No, her first action of the day. Guarded well so far.
Oh,
and Fernando
wow.
Puya just takes it away.
What great defense. Stuck with her the entire way, and the check was precise.
Yeah, and Kate Mastrobono now running in transition. Just beautiful defense from Fernando Puya. Really just showing off the talent of this freshman class once more.
Yep.
Down to the sophomore Lucy Hodge, and over to Morosino. Morosino on the left wing, gets inside again.
Wow.
Underhanded shot, goes wide.
She's not afraid to dodge. She loves attacking the net. That was a pretty decent chance.
Yeah, the sophomore's been very aggressive so far. Feed in front. Also wide. Hodge did a great job to handle that one. And it'll swing back up top to Grace Frericks. Frericks goes to her right hand. Guarded well by Huisman. Gets inside. Nothing there, though. Over to Sherrist. Sherrist looking for her first goal. Good hustle by Emma Yale to keep the possession alive. 27 left on the shot clock, though.
Yeah, there's the plays that don't show up on the stat sheet, but she just, gave the Jumbos another possession, and I bet it'll pay off.
Mastrobono with a great feed across, and Lucy Hodge buries it. What a great pass from Mastrobono off the dodge down the right-hand alley.
Yeah, Mastrobono's just showing the way that she can use her height, right, to kind of build the leverage and just keep her head up. That feed, she's had 2 great feeds today so far. That one was just great ball movement by the Jumbos. Hodge with the finish, and it's really just been, no matter who's been in, they've found success somewhere.
Yeah, she's just able to see over the top of the defense so easily, and also just the beautiful pass. And a great cut from Hodge, too.
Certainly.
Definitely looking to get Mastrobono going, get her up to dodging speed, see if she can be an asset to this team later on in the season as well.
Oh, I definitely think she can be, especially, the type of momentum she can gain going downhill. It just opens up so many holes in the defense, and then even opportunities for herself.
Yeah, it's great to see these Jumbos get opportunities here. So Grace Frericks on the draw this time. We do see her take draws a fair amount.
Yep.
For the Jumbos.
Probably like their second or third option.
Looks like somebody went early, and it was the University of Chicago. Or excuse me, it was the other Jumbos with Grace. And excuse me again, it was the University of Chicago after all.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, Wujek looking to clear, pressured by Torok, as the Jumbos do get possession in the end.
Yeah, both coaching staffs were convinced that it was the other team. So.
Yeah, they'll swing it back around with Sherrist. Now Frericks, and Morosino comes in for Wujek.
Morosino's had great energy so far. I wonder if she will try to dodge Torok here if she gets the ball.
Frericks just probing around up top, waiting for some kind of play to get set up.
Yeah, it looks like they've got some sort of design play going. Maybe look for the crease and a cut and an inside feed.
The whistle goes. Looks like some kind of contact on the inside. We'll give it back to Chicago. So either way, Chicago gets it back with Klinger.
Good spin move.
As she looks to start the clear here. Can't find Sanborn over on the right side.
Yeah, well, even when the second unit's in, this ride has been really, really good.
Yeah, and it's just an attribute to how well coached this team is. Like, everyone's on the same page regardless of who's in.
Certainly.
And you can just slot in any player. We're seeing it with, like, the injury to Colette Smith. You can just slot in Conahan, and she'll show out on any given day.
Yeah, and especially on a game like this, you're up 12, it's raining. The fact that they're keeping that same energy, the relentless passion to get that ball, it is a testament to Coach Shute, for sure.
Sanborn looking for an attack. Good move back inside on Wujek.
Wow.
But checked away from Wujek. I believe that was Wujek. Could have been Monteleone as well. Either way, Kaufman ends up with it in her cross. And the Jumbos are really just controlling this one on both ends of the field.
It was a creative dodge, nevertheless.
Yeah, it was a good move from Sanborn there. She's definitely very quick. Good pass to Monteleone. Knocked down. Meg Hatton manages to scoop it up. Well done from Hatton. But Les Bronze can't gather the pass.
The rain is definitely affecting the stick skills here.
The rain is definitely coming down harder than before.
Especially with the women's stick and just how short that pocket is. You really need to get a good feel for the ball. So, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, so here's Swigert. Swigert over to Bloomquist, guarded by Hatton. Chicago getting a number of possessions here, but this second defense for the Jumbo is really proving that they can hold their own.
They really have, being led by Bondari, Fernando Pouye.
Sanborn looking to attack again.
And Kaufman. Kaufman's been playing well, too.
Yeah. It's always good to see Courtney Kaufman get in. It must, at times, I'm sure it must get hard sitting behind Molly Liberty, but at the same time, there's so much you can learn from her.
Exactly.
Such a great player.
Yeah, she's in the grade below, so we'll have her opportunity presumably next year.
Definitely, and she makes a good save there low on Torok as Esperance comes up with the ball. Outlets it to Fernando Puye.
She's got speed, wow.
Yeah, she'll look to run in transition. Let's see if she wants to get on the board here. Unselfishly passes it up to Sheris. Sheris shoots, saved by Keefe, but I believe she gets the free position, or the shooting space, excuse me, before that.
Yeah, Jumbo's still pushing, right? You know, their transition has really put a lot of strain on the Chicago midfield.
And I guess it will go back to Keefe on a call that I cannot explain to you. But that being said, Chicago will get it back with another opportunity and another test for this Tufts defense. Here's Van Kirk back in the game. She'll carry in as the rain continues to pour down. Right down the middle of the defense. Beautiful step to the right and just robbed by Kaufman. A great move up until the finish. Beautifully done by Van Kirk, but an even better save from Courtney Kaufman.
Yeah, got to feel bad a little bit for Van Kirk there. She just effortlessly got to the lane, but Kaufman was better.
Yeah, and here comes Tufts once more. Here's Caroline Cromwell. Over to Ella L'Esperance. We have 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's Mastrobono dodging from up top again.
She's fun to watch.
It's a big pick. And the whistle does go on the heavy contact. You got to go one way or another, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it will go against Tufts on the pick from Caroline Cromwell.
Coach Robinson was certainly calling for that one. And she gets the call. Rightfully so.
Yeah, it's the second time we're seeing that kind of heavy contact on a slightly moving screen from the Jumbos. That'll be something they want to clean up. So the University of Chicago will get the draw. Jenna Gibbons trying to force out of bounds as Caroline Luff does well to resist the pressure. Spins again. Very good job from Caroline Luff to keep possession. Ali Sheehy now with a good move to the left. Gets by Monteleone. A good slide comes from Cromwell. Just a little bit too much with Sheehy on the ground. And Cromwell does get called for the foul.
Yeah, the Maroons are working out here. Certainly, you know, it's encouraging to see that the energy has not died. They're still very much attacking the net.
Yeah, Sheehy over to Lally Johnson. Johnson with a decent feed in front, knocked down. Couldn't be gathered in by Lulu Hardy.
Looks like it'll remain with the Maroons here.
Yeah, once again, Lulu Hardy managing to draw a free position, this time on the center hash. So Kaufman, we'll see if she's up to the task once more. Hardy in, knocked away from behind. A great play from, I believe it was Meg Hatton. Jenna Gibbons goes down on the ground ball, excuse me. And Meg Hatton is able to create the turnover.
Yeah, you know, as much as we've talked about like Liberty and Kaufman on the free positions, the Tufts defense has been great.
Yeah, and a great handle from Bandari in transition to gather a bounce pass from Hatton. Pass in front, Sheris scores! The Tufts bench loves it as Sheris gets her first goal.
Yep, the freshman party just gets bigger and bigger. And that was just a great team play. Bandari really pushed it. And they were able to find Sheris wide open, and that'll be the game.
Yeah, with 10 seconds left, Maddie Sheris gets on the board the first time in her career. Scores 17-3 Jumbos. So they come away with, in the end, a relatively easy win against a good ranked opponent in the University of Chicago. For Chicago, this was a great experience for them, able to come out here to a great program in Tufts, come away with a lot of great stepping stones from this game.
Certainly, yeah. That's a big win for the Jumbos. I'll say it. That was their best game of the season. Everyone got involved. Offense was potent. Defense was solid. Goalie play was great. And in terms of the middle of the field, where it looks like Chicago had an advantage early on, they really corrected that. Delaney and Clark both played really well. And then shout out to the reserves on the Tufts bench. All of them came in with such good energy and really put this game away. So just an overall top-to-bottom great performance. Coach Shute has to be happy.
Yeah, an unbelievable performance from the Jumbos, all the way from the top to the bottom of the roster. Once again, I'm Joe Schmidt here with Kyle Amante. Thank you so much for tuning in. Score 17 Jumbos, 3 for the Maroons. Thank you for tuning in to JumboCast, and have a great rest of your day.